morning, sunshine. My name is Natalie and welcome to Luma, where we bring you different self-care practices to look after yourself, mind, body, and soul. In today's video, we are going to be going through Sage Smudging 101. And it is one of my favorite self-care practices, not just for myself physically and energetically, but also to cleanse my home. So lots of people have been using sage nowadays, but this ancient tradition or ancient ritual actually started by the Native Americans many years ago, and they used it as a spiritual cleanse. Today, there are many benefits to using sage. It is still used as a spiritual cleanse, so to cleanse yourself energetically, to cleanse yourself spiritually, but science has actually proven that sage helps clean the home too. So let's start talking about what some of the benefits of sage smudging actually are, because when someone introduces a new ritual or new practice to me, I want to know how it's going to improve my life or the life of the people around me. Sage is actually scientifically proven not only to purify the air in your home, but also to kill bacteria. It also enhances your mood and helps for a better night's sleep. On a more spiritual level, sage has been said to cleanse your aura, lift your energy, and to just give yourself a nice little spiritual cleansing. Now, there are many different types of sage, and the most common one that many people use are these little bundles called white sage, and it's very easy to use. So all you need is a sage bundle, something to light it with, and if you want to, you can use a feather just to waft the smoke away from you, or you could use your hand. Now, before we begin with our actual sage smudging, a couple of safety precautions. When you're lighting your sage, just be careful because you are using an open flame, as well as don't leave it unattended. You don't want to leave your sage burning and then you leave your house and something burns down. So just be careful with your actual sage smudging. We want to associate everything with the elements. So the sage comes from the earth, the lighter represents your fire. Then a lot of people use a shell or a little container to hold the sage in when it's burning, and that would represent your water, and the feather or the wafting of your hand would represent the air. So let's get into this actual smudging. I love to, before I start using my sage, I say a little prayer, and you can do anything. You can say a prayer, you can set an intention, you can focus on what you're doing in that moment. It's what feels right to you. After I light my sage and I set my prayer or set my intention, I then start by cleansing my own aura and my own energy, and then I move into my house. You sage the home, it's common for you to start at the front door, work your way in a clockwise direction, and then end off back at the front door, making sure we get all those nooks and crannies. We want to get into cupboards, we want to get into corners that we hardly reach or that we hardly go into. We just want to dispel any negative energy, any negative spaces, anywhere where there's bacteria or anywhere where it just feels really heavy. So sometimes the smudge sticks actually take a while to light up, so give it about 30 to 60 seconds and then it should hopefully have a nice thick smoke like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my own self-cleanse first, and I like to start personally from head to toe. All my thoughts, any negative beliefs that I have, I want to try and clear those and make sure that I'm filling my mind and my consciousness with positivity. Then I move it down to my eyes or within that area. This sometimes can be a little bit stingy on the eyes, so don't get too close either, and don't let the smoke get into your eyes, but just within that area so that I may see good in everything and in everyone. Moving it down to my throat and my mouth within that area so that I may speak good words unto others, and then down to my heart so that I may learn to love and continue to receive and give love. And then cleansing my hands so that that acts as a reminder for me to do good unto others, to give and to receive. And then also that after that I do my whole body cleanse. So then I go all over my aura, around my arms, getting every piece of area. I usually don't do this before I go out because sage does have a particular smell, and I don't want to smell like sage when I'm out with people. And then getting in at the back. Sometimes it's nice also for couples to do this together, and you can smudge each other. You can take it in turns to smudge to rotate smudging for each other, and then making sure that I do around my feet and my legs. No matter what situation I may find myself walking into, my reminder for me here is to be grounded and to walk within love and light. So once I've done myself, I'll then move on to the rest of my household, and I'll do every room. There are some beliefs that you should smudge clockwise, so starting at the front door, walking your way through the whole house, and then ending off at the front door again. Then there are some beliefs about windows. There's a lot of questions about that. Do you leave your windows open? Do you leave your windows closed? You can do it either way. If you leave it open while you're smudging, that's perfectly fine. And the belief there is that you're letting positive energy in and blowing out the negative. Some people do love, and I personally love this too, is to smudge the whole house with the windows and doors closed. Hold the smudge in for about anywhere between 3 and 5 minutes, and then opening out the doors and all the windows, so that everything is collected from every nook and cranny. The smudge has gotten into every corner, every crevice, and then once the doors are opened, it can release the negativity from there. And you can make this personal to yourself. I think that's what's most important that's what I hold most important, is what resonates with you in that moment. I'll do my stones, I'll do cards, do my car, anything and everything. I also love to use it for the positive. So if I'm about to start something that really means a lot to me and I need as much positive energy around me and through me, I think it's a great practice to include there too. And you can even do it on gifts or things that you get from people. Those gifts are given with such a good heart, but you don't know how many different people or hands it's passed down through. So just clearing out all that negative energy. It's also a beautiful incense to have in the background if you're working on a meditation or if you're doing some yoga. Okay, so let's talk Sunday morning ritual when it comes to saging. First and foremost, make sure the house is clean. You want to make sure that your surfaces actually are sanitized and wiped down, and then I would have a nice clean shower for my own body, so making sure my house is clean, my body is clean, my temple is clean, and then going through everything and cleaning the energy through that afterwards. So it leaves a beautiful, beautiful vibration, a beautiful energy. And if you don't believe in energy and if you don't believe in vibration, at least you know it's purifying the air, right? And that's just sage smudging. So I hope you learned something really cool. I'd love to hear if you have different techniques, different practices, different rituals that you love to use when you're doing your smudge. Please leave me a comment down below and let me know what your practice or your ritual involves. Also, if you're new to this channel, which I'm sure you are because it's our first video, super excited! Please remember to subscribe. I would really appreciate it, and I'll be leaving you some more practices on how to look after yourself, mind, body, and soul. Namaste.